My name is Tim Credeur, and Johnny and I have been training together for, like 14 years or something like that. We had the same instructor, who's incredible. But yeah, you know, when it came to business and like how do we turn this into something that sends our kids to college, you know, that's difficult. So they gave me the nickname Crazy Tim, and I cannot figure out why. I'm just kidding, I'm a little bit nuts sometimes. So you can imagine, like, my classes and my gym is an insane asylum. If you guys have seen, or if you have, some guy came up to me one time and you guys know you're in the MMA business. Some guy came up to me and said, "I want to do a film on you guys." Man, whatever, it's ridiculous. You know, that's how it is in this business. Like, people talk a bunch of stuff, but a guy came into our gym. He sat in the corner for like, I don't know, like 30 months, 24 months, 30 months, and made a documentary called Fightville. And it's about our academy and then one of my athletes, Dustin Poirier, all the way through his pro career. But at that time, my academy was, I was not hooked up with Lloyd and them yet, and at that time, my academy was an insane asylum. For one day, I was gonna fight somebody, Tom Lawler, and they, you had to get a brain scan or something. So I go and get a brain scan, doctor goes and said, "Man, something's wrong." I said, "Well, man, no shit, I've been knowing that all my life." They said, no, like you got like a birth, like there's a tumor or something. And so like it was a big old problem, like, what you know about a tumor? He's like, I don't know, you gotta go get it like analyzed. It's heavy shit, like I'm supposed to fight this wrestler dude, David Adwan's friend, oh shit. So I go sit in my car, my wife calls me, like 5 minutes. "Hey Tim, I'm pregnant." What? You talking about that heart attack? So man, that was a game changer for me that day. You know, like if fighting's gone, my wife's about to have a baby. Like I don't really have any students, I just got a bunch of victims. What am I gonna do? Well, we do the analyzation process, and you know, it turned out to be like a birthmark or something. It was just like not that big of a deal. So they said, "Man, you can fight again." Then like 34 at the time, so I'm like, awesome, you know. So I train and get ready. I go take a fight and I get knocked the fuck out. Even worse. That's somebody said, "Tim, why didn't you fight smarter?" Well, I'm not smart, Tim. But after that, you know, it's kind of like some realizations, like what happens after this? You know, I had 3 good wins at UFC. I had a fight of the night against Nate Quarry, who also almost killed me. He probably caused whatever it is in my brain. I'm gonna kill him. And then you lose a fight, you know, and then now where you at? You know, as a competitor, like you're 30, 35 years old, and what's the rest of your life gonna be? And I had a degree, but I've been in corporate America. That's bullshit. Like, I don't want to work for nobody else. So after that, you know, I really just had to do some soul searching and figure out what I want to do with this, where I want to go, how do I want to do this, can I do this? My wife was like, "What the hell are you going to do?" And so I got on the internet one day, and I've been following Lloyd for like 8 years. But I watched Jason Silva's video. He had a similar story to mine. You know, dad broke, brown belt, teaching in Los Angeles. Like, I mean, that's a who's who. Like, oh man, that's a tough market, you know? And all of a sudden, he started to see his numbers just driving. I said, well, man, what can I do in nowhere, Swamp Town, Louisiana, if I have some, you know? And then the big one for me was I watched the entire, from the beginning to the end of Marcos Avalon's, like, I don't know what that was. That's a movie. That's a documentary, Marcos. It's an hour and 40 minutes. I don't know if you guys watch. It's crazy. It covers his whole, you know. And those 2 videos really sold me on it, you know. And I didn't have the money, but I found the money. Like, I found it. However, came to an event. I told them I was going to come to an event, and then I couldn't come to the event. Somebody was fighting somewhere, which I now think, well, stupid. Who cares? What happened? But I eventually came to an event. It was an LA event, or one of the events, and I was in that place where I needed to find something. And once they got on the stage and started talking, I could not believe it. I was blown away, like shocked. Like, I mean, some of you guys have been teaching for a long time. I've been teaching 14 years or so, and as soon as these people started talking and explaining how they run their martial arts school, I was like embarrassed. Like, what am I doing? I do not know what I'm doing. I am retarded. And Chim came up to me and said, you join the mastermind group. And for sure, I barely even got to the event, much less the mastermind. I could not fathom how to possibly do this. Like, there was no way, it's impossible. But again, I'm not smart, Tim. So I did, I said, man, fuck it. Like, either I go all in, I'm going all in, whatever. I'm gonna see what happens. So whatever, either this or fail. And since we started, our academy is it's insane. Like, my manager's here, John David, he takes a horrible amount of abuse, but I love him. He's one of my fighters, but he's actually smart, way smarter than I am. But I think we're at 3 something, right? 3, like, I don't always know. We have about 350, but we have about 320 paying. And my prices were like $60 and a mouthpiece, unlimited. That was, you can bring some fried chicken or something, it was cool. Now it's $149 2 days a week. We have a CAP program, we have boot camp, I did a kids camp, we have kids, I mean, it's crazy, like, it's unbelievable. Many of my friends that are instructors are training there and supporting their families, and I live the life I want. I do what I want, when I want, I go where I want, I come to all the events. I've been to Lloyd's, and I've seen his school. He let JT Torres beat me up like 90 minutes straight, just massacred me. Those are experiences like that you cannot put a price to ever. It's impossible. You will never be able to put a price tag on the stuff you learn. Like, you are not gonna learn this stuff. I was in this business as a UFC fighter I've been teaching for 14 years. Like, this stuff that I've been doing in the last year is irreplicable. It's not possible. It's nowhere. The other day, me and Jason went on a website, like some crazy stuff. He's an SEO freak. We went on to do some SEO stuff. And we looked at all the schools on my website. Listen, they don't got nothing going on. Like, SEO 0. That's nothing. Like, not at all. 0, nothing. Like, these guys have no clue what we're doing. And the benefits have been incredible. Incredible. Our school is amazing. And I can do what I want to do. Like, for me, my dream is, like, I like kids. I'm a big kid, I like to train the kids. So I still teach the kids classes and competition kids classes. I travel with them to tournaments, and like, that's what I want to do. Like, I want to affect change in little kids. I teach the fighters and train with the fighters, teach the competition team. That's it. That's all I do. And our academy is doing 1,000 times better than it ever was before.